Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is just about go time here at the Tulare Thunderbowl in Tulare, California. You can see two Tarlton 21 cars behind me. Double duty tonight, something we don't get to do much during the season, so I'm really excited for this opportunity just to get out there, run a 360, run a 410, same night here at the Thunderbowl. Let's walk up, look at the racetrack as we have a ton of cars in the pit area between the two divisions. Well, here's a look at the racing surface from right up by the turn 1 and 2 wall. Every video I have to say it when we're here at the Thunderbowl, you just never really know what to expect from this place. Like even walking up to the racetrack now, it looks really dry, really dry. Like there's not even a lot of water on the surface, and with that we could still get out there and it could be pretty wet, or again they could come water at last minute. We have the pit meeting coming up. I believe we have about 18 to 20 410 sprint cars and almost 35 360s. The reason we have so many 360s in the pit area is because everyone's here to get some laps before Trophy Cup, which is Tulare's biggest race of the season in a few weeks. And of course some good laps for us to get tuned up for that race as well, and overall just going to be a busy night for me behind the wheel and a busy night for my team. So really looking forward to it, and a shot to be parked on the front stretch at the end of tonight with both cars. Okay guys, well, I just got done going back and forth. I got to look because the 410s are still going. We were top of the board after we went out in the 410 in hot laps, and then in qualifying, and then we were top of the board after hot laps in the 360 and after qualifying, except we were light at scales. I mean, obviously we can all read it. It's pretty big, like it's up on the pole here at Tulare, and it did say I was lighter than what the number needed to be, but I feel like something, I don't know, we were all talking like, it just doesn't seem like it'd even be possible that our 360, because even our 410 when we came across, we were heavier in that. I don't know if it was a glitch with the scales or what. I mean, obviously we're adding weight right now, but I just don't see, like, and I'm not a kid, I'm not a small driver, I'm 170 pounds, so, you know, I'm a lot bigger than I think, you know, I mean, not a lot bigger, but anyway, I'm heavier than quite a few of these guys. It is what it is, so we're gonna still run the 360, and right now we got great speed in the 410, so we'll see where we end up, but at one point or another, every time we've been on track, whether it's hot laps or qualifying, we've jumped to the top, so the 21's got a ton of speed.
Jet Barnes to his outside. 8 laps the distance.
heat race number 1. Going green.
We just completed both the 360 and the 410 heat race. I can't believe where, you know, I mentioned this earlier in the intro, and I thought even on a night like this, there's no way that this racetrack doesn't slick off, and maybe it will for the feature, but whatever they did in between when we talked, and then they even did a little deal on the intermission after qualifying, like, racetrack has a ton of grip. 1 and 2 is ridiculously wet. 3 and 4 is starting to move up. In the 360, I felt like I did about all I could. The hard part about a 360 and on the tracks like that, once everyone spreads out, you're pretty much just wide open. So I got a couple cars on the start and then fell into 5th, the last transfer spot. And in the 410, I probably could have ran 3rd. I got a good start, but I just got off the gas a little bit into turn 1. It's tough when, you know, you fire off and you're right behind the car in front of you. You know, you don't want to catch their dirty air, and I just got a little timid there. I didn't need to run 3rd or run 4th. I mean, I just needed to run in the top 5 to get the last transfer spot, or I should say to get into the dash, because we were the quickest qualifier. So just had to kind of ride around there, get a good feel in the heat race from some changes, and then now make some more changes into the dash, and we have an opportunity to try something. So we're going to start in the first 3 rows of the 410, and we're going to be coming from deep in the 360. Oh, look at that.
So we can continue racing.
So we drew a 0, that helped us in the 410 starting on the pole. Talked about how much grip the track has tonight, and honestly I'm not really sure why, but they're out there tilling it right now, and they kind of tilled it earlier as I mentioned. I feel like if they just let it go, it would kind of start to clean up, but it's just getting like rough. Every time they till it, then it's getting almost rougher because there's loose material and it's moving around. 3 and 4 is getting slick, 1 and 2 is almost like hot laps, so 2 different corners, which makes it very difficult, but we're gonna make some changes and roll off of the pole here of this 410 feature. So the dash, we did win it, but I just don't know if we were as good as early in the night. So just made some changes because that's a good opportunity to try stuff, but with how the racetrack is, I don't really think it was a positive direction. So now we'll go back to what was working.
Batten down the hatches and hold on, folks. Here we go. as they approach the MechTech Titanium restart zone with 16 to go, just shy of halfway. Way to Schwab having anything.
Okay guys, we completed the main goal for today after how the day went, you know, trying to pick them off. The 410, obviously we had the best shot, so did our job. That is complete. Now we just get to go have some fun and pass a lot of race cars coming from, I think, 18th in the 360. I know. To choose, and he does go to the low side of the speedway. Okay, now we're rolling off here from deep in the 360 race. Again, the hard part is over in the sense of starting from the pole and, you know, leading that race. And I mean, we really did everything we could do. The racetrack's super demanding, so I'm really proud of that win. That was one of the tougher races I've had to win in my career just with the track conditions. Now we get to come from the back again and have some fun. It's almost kind of like a challenge. You know, how far can we advance? And I think we're going to have hopefully a racetrack where we can try to do so. So go where they're not.
Down to what is left of that chalk stripe in turn number 4. 30 laps. Distance. The Chris and Brian Faria Memorial for the group.
Well guys, finally have a chance to just calm down and catch my breath. So we started 18th and finished 9th in the 360. Passed some cars. It was a slow grind throughout the race. I just felt like we kind of just talked as a team. I think we got caught being, really free. Just had, right rear grew, a lot of air pressure, just had some issues there. And I think it just made it tough. The track slicked off a lot. And I'll own it though, I didn't run anywhere near as good of a 360 race as I did in the 410. Just tough in traffic and just need to be a little better, to make the right moves at the right time, to clear the slide jobs or to stick the right line. Again, in the 360 it was tough just because it slicked off so bad. I got caught being so free. You're just kind of sliding around the surface. Even in the 410 could clean up, 3-4 moves, just to keep the lead that I had and keep the pace going that we were running. Proud of our team. We, overcame some stuff tonight. I think if we wouldn't have started farther up front, would have had a chance to maybe run the 360 dash. All those laps that we, would have got had we not been light, that could also obviously change the game. We could have started on the pole, the 360, or started in the first 3 rows, and that obviously makes a big difference. I feel like mission complete. Really proud that we won the 410. It just, again, a little unfortunate we weren't able to put together a little better run in the 360, but I think we learned quite a bit for Trophy Cup. So great night at Tulare. So we are leaving the Tulare Thunderbowl. Both Tarlton rigs are loaded up, 360 and 410. I'm not going to be critical here at the end of the night in the sense of, talk about the 360 race a little bit. I felt frustrated that after winning a race, then you hop in your next car, and of course, right, you just want to drive straight to the front. Like I mentioned, I just don't think that we were super good. We kind of had a tire grow. Racetrack got super slick, and anyway, we started, 18th and finished 9th. But man, the 410 race, I feel like it's still kind of all still sinking in, just like thinking back through the race, lap 1 through 15, I kind of had a little bit of a rough patch, made some good corrections and ran a really good second half of the show, had great restarts, honestly never really was super pressured. Again, I knew there was a couple laps where it felt like guys might be making ground on me, but I really also got going and knew that I found my pace when I needed it. So it's just cleaning up, some of those fine details to, have a more dominating win, or, as you're racing with the Outlaws, racing with High Limit, that's how you win those races, because you just can't make mistakes. Tulare's a place that is so easy to make mistakes. The Thunderbowl, there's not anywhere like it. So to conquer this place, it's honestly one of the toughest in the entire country. I feel great. I'm gonna sleep well tonight, and I just want to take a second to thank Drew Warner, Nate Matherly for believing in me, as well as Tom and Tommy Tarlton, both their wives, Melissa, Martha, the kids, the entire family. They just, man, this opportunity is awesome. I love driving really fast race cars. Obviously, these guys have a first-class operation, so what a night to go down in the THR history books. DQ'd at one point, and then we won a race later in the day, and everything in between. Would have been really interesting if we would have got to make it through that qualifying session and start up front of the 360 if we could have doubled down, but again, we're leaving here satisfied and proud and ready to come back in a couple weeks for the Trophy Cup. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in the next video, and it's such a blessing to have you guys along for our journey. Deuces.